Welcome to my channel Explore Life with Sutapa. Today I am back with another video, and this is about the birds, nature and wildlife of Chatakpur. Apart from exploring Chatakpur, we also did birding in and around the village. To know about the village Chatakpur and the places to stay, you can watch my earlier videos on Chatakpur. I am sharing the link in the description box. So, without any further delay, let's start exploring the places around Chatakpur, the pristine nature, birds and wildlife. To know what birds and wildlife you can sight around the village, you please keep watching this video till the end. From the balcony of the homestay, we could enjoy the natural beauty of the place. There were a lot of rhododendron trees nearby, and it has started blooming. There were different colors of pink and white magnolia, and we were enjoying the beauty of these flowers. How beautiful it was looking. While we were enjoying the village and the beauty of the rhododendron flowers, some bird activities caught our eye. On a nearby rhododendron tree, I spotted a blue-fronted redstart. It was a female. These birds are quite common in mid-altitudes of North Bengal. While the female is less colorful, male is very colorful. We spotted a male later part of the day near the homestay. A chestnut-bellied rock thrush, male and female, stays near the homestay and we spotted it many times during our stay. This bird is an avian beauty of montane forest. While the male is very colorful, female has beautiful belly patterns. Nature has made the female less colorful to avoid predators and help raise the young ones. What a miracle of nature. A grey bush-cat came and perched on the same rhododendron tree. They are small songbird of forest edges, open scrub and farmlands. They are usually seen in pairs. They are quite bold and not very active. This bird sat on the same perch for a long time. We also observed an oriental turtle-dove pair near the homestay. A common bird, yet very beautiful in the hills of North Bengal. They are quite shy, but this pair allowed me to shoot them. Near the homestay, we found some other birds like a verdita flycatcher, a pair of long-billed crow, and some olive-back pipits on a wire. There were some more birds like greenback tit, large hawk cuckoo, which we heard, but did not get a shot. Around the homestay, we heard continuous call of brownish-flanked bush warbler. This warbler is very shy and refused to come out for a shot.
After having lunch, we are out now. We are going to explore the village and also see if we can find any birds. It's a beautiful village and there is fog and it's very, very chilled out there. Right now we are going ahead. There are some rhododendron trees around that area down, so we will try to see if we can find any birds there. There is a white rhododendron tree and there is one pink one you can see. But it is so foggy. I don't know if there will be any bird activity. It's a beautiful village, little beautiful Himalayan village we are walking right now. It's a great experience. There is a blue-fronted redstart male there. Till now I have seen pipit and then blue-fronted redstart and bird-eater flycatcher. They're all common. Let's see and explore what we can find.
We were on our way to the sunrise viewpoint. On the way, we were doing birding. The village is full of natural beauty. If you want to soak in the beauty of nature, try coming to this place. After birding in the village for some time, we went to the sunrise viewpoint.
We went in that direction, but there is a stairs to the downwards. We could not find it, so we are going to ask our homestay manager about it. So we changed our plan, and right now we are going to the upper viewpoint from here. So come, let's go to the viewpoint at least today. This is the route to the viewpoint. This is the route. It's quite a steep climb. Let's climb slowly. Here is the route. I'm switching it off and climbing the route now. We have almost reached the viewpoint. Oh my God, there are so many flowers. Oh, it still seems to be a long way. Let's see. This is a very beautiful village, and see the flowers. It has a beautiful sense of peace around it. This is the view from almost the top part, and we have to go there. So let's go. This is the viewpoint. We have finally reached it. The initial climb was steep, but later it's medium, so anyone can come and explore this place. Those who have a problem like arthritis and all should not attempt this.
This is the view from the sunrise viewpoint, and on a clear day, Mount Kanchenjunga is clearly visible from here.
We have come from that down area and we have hiked till this point.
Though there was mist, yet we enjoyed the sunrise viewpoint very much. A view of Mount Kanchenjunga would have been splendid, yet I love the mist as well. I have never felt sad whenever there is mist on our trips. I enjoy that too. After spending some time at the sunrise viewpoint, we started to go back to the homestay through the same trail. The trail is well maintained. On our way back, we met a farmer who told about these flowers. The same flowers we have seen on our way to the viewpoint.
See the beauty of nature. The flowers have bees which are feeding on its nectar. And do you know what it is? It serves humans as well. It is actually, what do you call Mulla? Radish. It is radish plant. Bhaiya, who is farming there, told us that, he told us that this is mulo or radish. And the radish is serving the humans, and the radish flowers are serving the bees.
First time you're seeing this.
Yeah, we didn't know about this. This is such a wonderful thing. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Finally, we climbed down and returned to our homestay. Next morning, I woke up with the chirping of birds and a beautiful morning. I sat in the balcony of the homestay to look for birds, and what a wonderful view it is. This view will be in memory for a long time. I also explored the backyard of the homestay. The whole place was covered with deep mist. In the mist, it is difficult to look for birds, and there was almost no activity. Suddenly, I saw one activity and a bird. Wow! It was red-throated thrush. Red-throated thrush is a very rare catch. I have earlier visited Chatakpur in 2019, and then I saw this bird for the first time. And this time, this bird was very high on my wish list. Though in deep mist, I couldn't manage a decent shot and video, this was very precious for me. This bird, red-throated thrush, breeds in mountain forest and winters in lower elevation areas. This thrush has a beautiful red throat. In 2019, I have got the bird at the lower part of Chatakpur, and here now I got it at the backyard of the homestay, Yang Homestay at Upper Chatakpur. And in 2019, that was also in March. Finally, after waiting, the mist cleared and the bird was visible clearly. But the background was blunt, but I am happy with this also. We then returned to the homestay for breakfast.
We are now going to the down that area, and we have started now. You can see it's been foggy from morning, and there were some birds and there was a very good catch, red-throated thrush. And now we are going in that hike to see if we can get any birds and if we can explore anything. So let's go now. Getting down is a real challenge because it has rained yesterday night and now part of it is slippery. So we need to be very, very careful while going down. The route is through some homestays and we will be going down through that. No, that's the little bunting. That's a little bunting. It's a very good catch. Wait, don't slow, huh? उसको उड़ा मत देना. कहाँ गया? वहाँ गया. धीरे धीरे चलते हैं. You keep on coming behind me.
The little bunting flew away on seeing us, and we had to wait there for a long time. Finally, it appeared and I was able to take some video and shot. Little bunting around this time of March-April is common in Chatakpur, and I have seen it in 2019. It's a very good catch. A small bunting with an attractive and colorful head pattern and rufous cheeks. They breed in taiga forest and open tundra. They winter in open habitats. After shooting the little bunting, we started to go ahead towards Lower Chatakpur, and here we spotted a rufous-breasted accenter. Quite common in high altitudes, they winter in the medium altitudes.
Just now we saw a little bunting, and here one rufous-breasted accenter. It's not bad. I'm getting birds now because the weather is clearing now. Let's see. There's a lot of activity somewhere there. Let's go and see the flower. It's so beautiful. There is a oriental turtle dove sitting on that branch. It's pretty common dove in the hilly areas.
There were some very beautiful rhododendron trees while walking through the village. It was looking so beautiful. The flowers have just started blooming. We reached Lower Chatakpur. In Lower Chatakpur, there are just a few homestays. The trail inside Senchal Wildlife Sanctuary starts from here. Senchal Wildlife Sanctuary is spread over an area of 38.88 square kilometer and lies at an altitude of 4,900 to 8,500 feet. This wildlife sanctuary is very rich in flora, fauna, wildlife and birds. There is a sacred pond inside the trail, around 10 to 15 minutes walk, known as Kali Pokhri. There is a large boulder in the pond which makes it magical. Locals consider this pond sacred and worship here. It is said that though the Pokhri is surrounded by forest, not a single leaf falls into the pond and the water in the pond never dries up. It is not only home to Himalayan salamander. This Pokhri is frequently visited by wild animals, and thus Forest Department has restricted entry to Senchal Trail without a forest guide. The forest guide cost around 400 rupees. This wildlife sanctuary is home to Himalayan bears, wild boars, black panther, leopard, and barking deers. If lucky, you can sight these animals on the trail or on the way to and fro from Chatakpur. Since we had our daughter with us, we avoided the trails as our homestay owner has said that a leopard sighting has happened just a few days before, and we started to explore the Lower Chatakpur. Apart from the forest guest house, there are one or two homestays at Lower Chatakpur. We did birding near these homestays, and also at the opposite side of the trail there was a rhododendron tree. We walked towards it, and on that rhododendron tree there were quite a number of birds. This rhododendron tree was mostly visited by Rufus sevia, but at times a tiny warbler was sucking the nectar from a rhododendron flower. This was a buff barred warbler, a yellowish olive warbler with two tan wing bars. We noticed an olive-back pipit. Olive-back pipit is a small pipit with a greenish-brown back and heavily streaked breast and belly. They are seen either in flocks or in pairs. They are tolerant of humans and hence can be found in human habitation. Some other birds also visited the flowers, like striped-throated hyena and other warblers, but it was very difficult to shoot because they were not coming out in open and there was mist. Then we started to return, and on our way we spotted few birds. Like first we spotted a fire-tailed sunbird, female feeding on nectar. The male has a beautiful red tail while the female lacks the color. They breed in high altitudes and favor a forest with rhododendron. We also spotted a black-throated tit who was collecting nesting material. So these were some of the birds that I got while birding in and around Chatakpur without going into the forest. If you do forest trail, you will get more birds. Also, you can book a car and do birding on the way to Chatakpur, like the trail which comes from Bagora to Chatakpur. That area is also very dense. The next day was the day of our return. Since on the day of arriving in Chatakpur, we had come through Kurseong, and on the way we have got stuck in jam. So on our way back, we took the route through Bagora forest. And what a forest it was! If you love the feel of forest, then take this route. On the way, our driver Sajanji showed us some medicinal plants. He said that they rely on these medicines in the villages.
ये वाला, ये जो है हम लोग बोलते हैं नेपाली में वन सुपारी। ये जो हम लोग खाते हैं ये पूरा उखाड़ के ऐसा वाला होता है। ये जड़ साफ करके पूरा धो के छोटा छोटा पीस करके सुखा के भी खा सकते हैं, सुपारी जैसा जी। अब ये सभी धो के खा सकते हैं, लेकिन नहीं इतने छोटा छोटा। अब जितना खा सकते हैं मुंह में, कितना इतना तो नहीं जाएगा, जितना जाएगा उतना खा सकते हैं। ये वाला ये ऐसा।
Our driver Sajanji also showed us some places where the soil was digged by the wild boars. After enjoying the beauty of the forest, we crossed two areas. One is Chimney village, which was very beautiful, and there was another place which has a viewpoint. It was also very beautiful. So on the way back, if you are interested, you can visit these places. So this was all about our adventure and exploration that we did at Chatakpur. If you have liked this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because your encouragement gives me motivation to give videos on YouTube. And if you like such videos, don't forget to click on the notification bell. So every time I upload a video, you will be notified. So till the next video, next series, you all stay healthy, stay happy, and bye for now.